How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, this time from the Damon's Redemption series. We are still at the Nurburgring for the Luxembourg Grand Prix, the penultimate round of the season. So we had a bit of a disaster at Monza last time out. It did not go our way at all. So we're hoping to finish the season on a high. Mika Hakkinen has been crowned the world champion, so it's all to play for. We've still got a chance of getting second place in the World Drivers' Championship once again. We've had a bit of an up and down season in the Jordan. In fact, no, I need to go back. I need to do back to the paddock. I need to change the controller here as we do. Now we will go. So yeah, a very up and down season, a very up and down weekend at Monza last time out. But yeah, with two races still to go, we're just going to give it our all, as you would imagine, as we have done all season. Not sure how this race is going to go at the Nurburgring. It is not one of my, as I said in the Tyrrell's Last Dance episode yesterday, not one of my all-time favourite tracks. And with the handling the way it is, very slippery. This could be a disaster. So as ever, with the 107% rule in effect for this game, the first objective is purely to qualify and get ourselves on the grid for the race on the Sunday. It certainly hasn't been a guarantee. A lot of this, I think we've had 3 DNQs this year. 3 times we've failed to qualify. We've been outside the 107%. So as we head through the kink up towards the S here, and we'll go through that as best we can. This was a problem corner for the Tyrrell yesterday, as was the hairpin at the other end of the track, but we've managed to do that one quite well. So we head down the start finish straight for our first flying lap of this session. So we'll get ourselves hopefully into 107%. We've slightly different from what we did with Tyrrell. The Tyrrell ones, we tend to do this in, we try and do it in 2 6s, but a lot of the time, if we're out of 107%, we don't want to waste 2 laps for the in and out. So we just keep going until we until we get better than the 107% mark, and make sure we can get on the grid. Now this has been a reasonably tidy lap so far. Oh, there you go. Spoke too soon there. So 52.5 to this point. That's after. That's going to be after 2/3 of the lap. The middle sector there. So 118.8 is the. That was only sector 1. There you go. So it's 108 for sector 2. So 118.8 is the lap record. I've missed that already. Did manage to get in the 117 with the Tyrrell. So that's obviously different. These games are wildly different when it comes to some of the timings. So currently in provisional pole. That will change as we head through. I don't imagine a 128.3 is going to be good enough for pole. I don't even know if that's going to be good enough for to get through qualifying. So we'll need to see. We'll need to just keep going, put in the laps, rack up the miles, and then we'll see where we are. Dear me, we could take a wee detour over the grass again there. Hopefully we didn't lose too much time. We're 2.6 seconds, almost 2.7 seconds better off than we were this time last lap. Again, we would take a wee journey over the grass, but I hope that hasn't caused us too much of a delay. Still 2.2 seconds, so we're doing very well here indeed. So just navigate the S's well. That was very clean indeed. Oh, we've run very wide there. We took too much speed into the last hairpin as we head down the start-finish straight for a 1:26.296, which is good enough for third at the minute on lap 4. But we are just 1:28.4, so we are out. Good enough for third just now, but we are out of 107% range by 0.8, so we will need to not spin, preferably not spin. As we're getting some cheek from the race engineer there, the man on the radio. So this lap is going to be a bit of a write-off just now. So we'll just keep. So we're now in the position where, until we can find that 8/10, we will just stay out and put in lap after lap after lap. So we're 7 seconds down. Okay, so this is just going to be a sighter lap again. Here we go, we're coming up to the final hairpin. Let's not, I think that's probably where we lost a lot of our time on the last lap by going a bit wide. So here we go, lap number 5 has started. We're going to get a bit of traffic, hopefully we can avoid them as best we can, so we need to lose 0.8 of a second. 1:25.488 is what we are looking for here. So we did maybe braked a bit early there for the hairpin, but try to keep it on the tarmac is what we are, is our main objective here. So they were down 1/10 of the 8, 1.5 tenths of the 8 that we need to get rid of. Oh, that's not what we needed, because we had just got 4/10 back, and then we immediately hit the gas. Oh no. So that is a bit of a nightmare there. So here we go now. So yeah, so we did lost a good bit of time there. Almost 5 seconds when you take into account that we were almost half a second down. 1:25.488 is the target time again, and bear in mind we've got to maybe try and get a bit over that as well, because that's assuming that the pole time doesn't change. If the pole time goes lower, then the 107% marker goes lower as well. But that was very, very tidy there. And we do, looking at the mini map in the top corner there, we've got a bit of headroom before we hit traffic. That's them just heading. Cars in front are heading up to the kinks there, and there we go. So that's another 2 seconds down, and that's what we want to see. So that has been a tidy first couple of first opening sector. Get your words out. 2.5 better off on our best. We only needed 0.8. And we've got through the S's, not the cleanest we've got through the S's, but tidily enough. As we head through the start-finish straight, what's it going to be? It's a 1:23.5. That's good enough for 7th at the minute. So let's see if we can better 7th place. We're on lap 7 just now, so we may as well just stay out, I think, for 12. See what we can do, because if that 7 would be an in lap, 8 would be out, then you've only got 4 laps after that. So oh dear, yeah, so we're losing. As soon as you put one tread of tyre onto the grass, you are absolutely, it just sucks you in towards it. So I think we probably, yeah, I think staying out is a good idea, because we've got, it'd be good to try and get some more time off, but we've got a fair track ahead of us as well. A fairly empty track ahead of us, excuse me. So we may as well take advantage of that and just keep going, keep pounding the tarmac, keep the laps ticking over. Oh, and saying that in this game, I always forget this minimap's a bit funny this way. I think that is, I'm not necessarily sure if that's the next cars on track or it's the next cars that would be in front of us when it comes to qualifying. It does only show a few of them. This might be, I'm not sure if that's in quality terms. I don't know if this is going to be who's around us, like sort of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Well, we're 10th just now, or if that is who's immediately in front of us on the track. Who knows? We'll just keep going anyway. We're down almost 1.5 seconds. I see we're thinking. We're off on the grass again there, and again, and almost again. Oh, definitely again there. Very scrappy indeed. That was nice through there though. Dearie me, we're all over the place here. Unfortunately, we've lost a bit of speed coming out of that last corner as well. It's good that we get in front of that Sauber there, because we didn't want traffic on these last few laps. We need to start finding some time somewhere, because we keep getting further and further down the running order here. We're now sitting at provisional 12th, and we're not going to pick up time by almost spinning out again, as this dreaded Sauber is on our tail. Is that Johnny Herbert, who's been the bane of our existence on this series? he's been this series. Martin Brundle, if you remember the issues we had with Martin Brundle in the Mansell series back in the day. 3.9 seconds down, and that was a super that came right across, and then a Ferrari came right across us there. Let's just show the power that we've got under the hood to that. Yeah, and then we cut right across. Okay. That's what happens when we try and be clever. There's nobody behind us. Well, somebody coming behind us now, but there was no immediate danger coming from behind. There was an immediate danger in front of us, known as the barrier. And we're just going to let them past. Can we let them past? We can't really, because we need to build up speed. Yeah, they were going to the pits anyway. That was a Benetton that was heading in to the pits there. And brake. Maybe brake a wee bit too early there. But yeah, probably did, but we kept it on the tarmac, which isn't a bad thing. Kept it between the two white lines. Oh, we're thinking we're down again. Oh dear. Right, we need to flick it in reverse. Or not flick it in reverse, or just do a nice spin there, but lost another couple, lost another lap there, another wasted lap, as we're now in 13th position. And the track here isn't overly wide. One of the things that I've noticed in this series in particular is the noticeable difference. If you watch both series one after the other, like episode by episode, you'll notice that there's a marked difference in the track layout between Formula 1 98 and Formula 1 World Grand Prix that we're playing just now. The tracks are a lot narrower, which was really noticeable at places like Hockenheim, which doesn't have a narrow track, but the track at Hockenheim in this game was really difficult to pass. The Nurburgring has a narrow enough, has a narrowish track. This actually seems a bit wider than it normally is. But it's got it's wide enough that I think we could do some damage. We're now in 14th place, but we could make some progress if a Ferrari again. That's twice that a Ferrari has come and almost taken us out. And obviously we're not. Damon Hill has had some issues with not necessarily a Ferrari in the past, but certainly a Michael Schumacher in the past. It can't have been him both times, surely. If it is, that is really, really bad. That's just awful. But that is twice in this qualifying session that we have almost been taken out by a Ferrari. So we're going to have one last go at this here as we come round the final corner for the penultimate time in qualifying. Let's see if we can do some damage. We can take some time off our current best. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of traffic up here, and one of them is a Ferrari that's potentially Michael Schumacher. A Ferrari that has already tried to take us out twice. It doesn't help that we've run wide, but we'll try and stay in the straight and narrow. But midfield could be where we're starting tomorrow. As I say, we could do some damage in the race, make some good progress due to the track being a bit wider. I've not had any issues bumping into folk. I've had issues of folk bumping into me, as I say. So there's a 10th down, but we've lost that as soon as we saw it. So unless we have a very, very good, almost perfect final sector. Assuming we've not had it already. Yeah. And we're going to come up to traffic at completely the wrong time. That was an arrows in the wrong place at very much the wrong time there. Our old team, and as I say, we've not had any issues bagging into folk. We do that. The arrows are still getting in our way somehow. And that is us, end of qualifying. So Michael Schumacher and Eddie Irvine is a Ferrari lockout of the front row, followed by Mika Hakkinen and Giancarlo Fisichella, putting his car in a good place again. His Benetton up there in 4th. DC, you get Ralf Schumacher, our teammate, Frentzen, Wirtz, Williams driver, Alesi, Barrichello, Herbert, Trulli, Panis. We've kept going down there. We're behind Mika Salo in 16th there. Then you've got the usual suspects: Diniz, Verstappen, Takagi, and Nakano, Tuero, and Rosset there. So midfield is where we're going to start in the race. We'll see what we can do. 6 laps as ever, and we'll see how far up we can get. So there's the starting grid once again. So your back row is Rosset and Tuero, followed by all Japanese. Second back row, Takagi, Nakano, 19th and 20th. Then there's Verstappen, Diniz, ourselves, Damon Hill in 16th, Mika Salo, another good qualifying in his Minardi. Then you get Olivia Panis, Jarno Trulli, Johnny Herbert, Rubens Barrichello, John Alesi up there in 10th for the Sauber. Then you have Williams driver, Wirtz, Frentzen, and Ralf Schumacher, our teammate, and a great 6th there with DC, Giancarlo Fisichella, as I say, excellent performance in 4th. Then Hakkinen, Eddie Irvine, and Michael Schumacher on pole in his home Grand Prix. So let's see what we can do. It's going to be, it could be difficult, but we just need to go. We've already picked up a good few places there. We're already up to 11th as we head down. This could be, we just need to be very careful at this first corner, and we run wide, we run long, we do everything wrong there, and we're back down to 16th. So all of our good progress is done. We did exactly almost the same thing yesterday in the Rosset series, which pretty much ruined our race to begin with, before it even started. But we're in the thick of a nice midfield battle here, as we're right behind Mika Salo, and I run into the back of him. That was all my fault there. I ran into, don't know where I thought I was going to go there, but Mika Salo, I ran right into the back of him, and I'm now I'm now back up to 18th place. So as I go round the outside of Jos Verstappen in his Stewart there. Not the last time Verstappen would race for that outfit. So now up to 15th. Olivia Panis has run a bit wide, obviously saw what I did to Mika Salo. Oh, I've spun again. Too much throttle coming out of that corner, and I just cannot get away for this pack here. Going to go round the outside of Salo. I did that well, if I do say so myself, and we're going to be up to 14th before we hit the S. We're right cleanly past Panis as well. So an up and down first lap here. We're going to behind Jarno Trulli in his Sauber, and we're going to his Prost, excuse me, as we're going to head down there past Johnny Herbert in 12th. And we're going to get past Rubens Barrichello. We are just about. I had to slam on the anchors. Rubens did everything he could not to hit me. Good driving there from Rubens, not necessarily from us. But we are up to 11th. In the search of potentially one World Championship point. We are points for anyone who is not familiar. Join us for the first time. Welcome to the chaos that is can potentially be the Damon's Redemption series. 1998, if you're not familiar with the point system in 1998, it was points paying positions were only down to 6th, so not like it is today. So 1 point for a 6th place finish, but we need to get past 10th, 9th, 8th and 7th before we can get anywhere. Start thinking about a point here. So again, going to struggle to catch up with John Alesi. We can't keep the car in between the white lines. We've just lost more time to John Alesi there. So he's going through the S there already. hopefully we can pick up some time on the start-finish straight, because the car I've seen a few times at the power circuits this year, much like the Tyrrell as well. Oh, we're just lapse in concentration and I'm off. The Jordan does have it's got some power underneath the chassis there, but we lost our chance by running onto the grass unnecessarily. This has been a good start to this lap. Nice clean start to this lap. Johnny Lacey's just down at the hairpin now, so we have him in our sights. He will see us in his wing mirror. We're getting closer and closer. We're coming out to the bit of the track where we can open it up a bit. We've got a couple of corners before we can open it up. Lacey's still that 3-4 seconds ahead. But here we go now. This is going to be this could be a good opportunity for us, hopefully. Yeah, we've really caught up with him well, and there's a few cars in front of him as well that we can. We're going to try the switch back there. Try to get underneath him. Could try it here again. We've run a bit wide, but we've got a good run out of the last corner there, and we have powered past Johnny Lacey now into the top 10, and we have a 9th place red car in front of us. Is that still Williams number 1? It must be a Williams, because the Ferraris were 1-2, unless there has been a disaster up front for them. I think this is potentially still the reigning world champion, as Lacey comes back on us. And gets past us temporarily. We're now back up to 10th, so there's a couple of cars in front of us that we've got our sights set on, and we just need to try and not spin. As here we go. Are we going to be able to get past? Let's not do anything daft, but we'll get past the Williams driver well before the corner, but we did run a bit deep. We didn't give ourselves the best entry into the corner there, and he got himself back in front of us, but we should be able to power past him here and then hunt down Alex Wurz, who is in 8th, and there's Frentzen up there as well, so we might be able to get ourselves into 7th. It could be a tasty last couple of laps. We could still get ourselves a point here, which would be excellent, because we've got a chance of finishing second in the World Championship. Wurz was a bit shaky there. There was a bit of a coming together, so he unfortunately came off worse in that one. We've got Frentzen in our sights now in that second Williams. Don't spin. Don't know where. I haven't seen where 6th position is. But we need to get past. If we can get past Frentzen, we've got a lap. Hopefully, if we can keep on his tail here, we might be able to get him on the back straight. We've just run out the grass there, so we've lost a bit of time on him. And here comes Wurz back. Yeah, so our battle's changed now. Frentzen was 4 seconds down the road there. It didn't look like 4 seconds, but we've now got another Williams driver in front of us. I was thinking if we get past Frentzen, we've got a lap to try and hunt down a point, but we have lost everything there, and we've just lost all momentum coming out of there. So we've got a bit of a gap before Rubens comes up to us, 13 seconds, because we're in a nice fight there. To the top end, so we're now got a lap to try and get ourselves back into the top 10. Again, not the tidiest of runs there. We've bombed past Johnny Herbert once again. Johnny Herbert is just Johnny Lacey, excuse me. I thought it was Johnny Herbert in the amount of times he's managed to get in our way this year, but it was Johnny Lacey this time. So we need to get past Alesi for a top 10 finish. And that was almost a spin there as well. I can see the car going there. There we go. Round we go, round we go. Round we go. And open her up, Damon. Open her up there. Let's go. That's the stuff. That is the stuff. Just go here. Keep patient. Keep patient. And there we go. There's the pass done. Is there a chance to get past our old teammate? Our old teammate in the current, the last two world champions here, fighting for 9th and 10th. Need to avoid Alesi getting past us. Clean through the S there. Ralf Schumacher crosses the line in 6th place there, so he gets a point for the team. That's a very good performance for him on his home Grand Prix. Can we get past the world champion before the end of the race? We can. That's a 9th place finish. Our old teammate, we have usurped him for 9th place and at the end there. So that is a decent performance, you've got to say. There is the podium. That is I can't tell from there, and I missed who it was, but I imagine that's Michael Schumacher on the top rung of the ladder there. It was Michael Schumacher from Eddie Irvine. There was probably going to be no way that Ferrari would let Michael Schumacher not win his home Grand Prix. So it's Schumacher, Irvine, Hakkinen, a great finish for Giancarlo Fisichella, in 4th, DC in 5th, and then Ralf taking his taking another point. So both Schumacher brothers getting a point at their home Grand Prix. There is us down in 9th position. So you then have the World Championship was already sewn up. Michael Schumacher takes advantage of us not scoring any points, so he's clinched 2nd place in the World Driver Standing. So it's going to be a nice run for 3rd between ourselves and David Coulthard. Eddie Irvine has still got a chance of pipping us to that as well, but that's going to be your top 5 there. So all to play for in the next one, and there's Ferrari, McLaren confirmed as constructors champions as well. I believe, yes, because there is only 16 points total available, so they are definitely constructors world champions now. So that is us, folks, for this one. Next time out, we will be at the legendary Suzuka circuit for the Japanese Grand Prix for the final race of the season. It won't be as dramatic as the Tyrrell's Last Dance one will be next time out for that one, as there is a head-to-head showdown, winner take all between Riccardo Rossi and Mika Hakkinen, so look out for that one as it drops. But if you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like and subscribing to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But until next time, all that remains to be said is thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.